This is a video review of the Microsoft Wireless Mouse 900. For anyone who's interested in this, this is going to be kind of an introductory review, not necessarily super specific. So if you need to know exact size of the mouse, exact weight, DPI, things like that, you can go ahead and go to Microsoft.com and get their spec sheet. Just search for this mouse, the Wireless Mouse 900. You'll be able to have access to that. What I'm going to hit on is just some of the basics of the mouse and get a video review out there so people that are curious about it can have some information about it, and that's all my goal is right now. For the overall size, I've got pretty good size hands. This is really a great fitting mouse for my mid to large hands. I have been using the Wheelmouse Optical. This is real similar in width. It has a better feel on the base, I think. Its shape is a little better to grab and move around, and it's not quite as long. The back is a lot sharper, a sharper drop, but it's real similar to the Wheelmouse Optical. For you Counter-Strike users out there, this will feel kind of like a throwback. It feels a lot like it. For the finish on the mouse, I would have preferred the entire mouse be done in this matte finish. This is not a rubber; it's a plastic. It's a matte finish plastic. And then this top is done in this gloss, and I don't know how well you can see that, but it's really shiny. I would have preferred that the entire thing be done in matte, that this gloss wasn't even on here, because it's really the only problem with it, if you want to call it a problem, is that it gets fingerprinty, so it doesn't stay real glossy all the time. But I mean, it's real easy to fix, and it definitely shouldn't be a deal breaker, so don't let that stop you from getting this mouse. This mouse is a basic 3-button mouse. You have your left click, right click, your scroll button, which, if you can hear that, is that incremental clicky scrolling, which is what I prefer. I like to kind of know how far I'm going and feel that kind of tap over. Also, it has a real nice and easy press on the wheel to get that third button to work. So that's a real good thing too. It's an optical mouse. It's not laser. It's not Bluetooth. It is kind of a throwback in a way. That's not new technology, but it makes it real simple. We'll talk about that in a minute. But it's an optical. It's got this on-off button, which I really like. It really is a battery saver. I'll flip it on here, and it's not hard. There's not a lot of labels on the bottom. It's real basic. But there you go. There's your indicator light. Just shut it off when you're not using it, and the website claims you can get 18 months out of 2 AA batteries, and that's really pretty phenomenal. I think Logitech is about at that same level for battery, or same length of battery life. Open up the battery compartment here. I'll do my best with one hand. There you go. You'll notice this thing has a spot on either side for 2 batteries. They don't come out real easy, but you don't need a tool either, so they work. I mean, they come out okay. 2 AA's, it'll work on just one. It'll run with one, and you can put it in either one and run it. So if you don't like the weight of this with 2 AA's, you can pop one of those out, and you won't get 18 months probably. You might get more like 4 or 5 months, maybe less. I don't know. I have only had this a few weeks, but that is a tremendous advantage, I think, because I prefer lighter mice, and having the ability to take one of those heavy batteries out is a really good deal. There's a spot in here to put your USB adapter for this. It's 2.4. I'm trying to remember the actual the radio wavelength, but it's radio wavelength that runs on. It's not Bluetooth. It's not. It's just a standard radio wave. But that's your adapter. You just plug it into your computer and let it go. I will say about the install time, it is amazingly fast and it is amazingly simple. So if you are out there looking for a wireless alternative to the standard 3-button mouse, this is a tremendous deal. Right now you can get it for $30. I think it's at Staples and on Amazon, and you might be able to find it for quite a bit less than that depending on the sale. I got mine for $20 on sale, so quite a good mouse. I've had it for about 2 weeks. I don't have a whole lot more to say about it, except I really feel like Microsoft has kind of underrated this and hasn't really pushed anything. I could only find one review, and it was in German, and it's really kind of a shame that little amount of information has been put out on this. It really is a nice basic mouse. The Bluetooth mouse, if you're considering getting like the Microsoft Sculpt or the they have a couple different sculpts, and they have a few other Bluetooth options. Just note that you cannot run it on one battery. You can run this on one battery. So if weight is an issue for you, which I think it should be for everyone, eventually it will be if you use the mouse, if you use it a lot during the workday. But if weight's an issue for you, you can pop that battery out. That's big. Enough said about that. Well, I think my goal is accomplished here, and I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any comments or questions, sure, throw them in the comments. I'll try to do my best to respond to them. But if you're considering getting this mouse, I would definitely recommend it to anybody who was asking me. So great, thanks a lot for listening, and we'll see you next time.